Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975, Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Visitation for Larry Howell, age 78, of Sylacauga, will be Tuesday, January the 4th, from 2 until 4 o'clock at Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel in Sylacauga. A private family graveside service will be held at a later date in Mobile. In lieu of flowers, donation can be made to a favorite charity. Fond memories and expressions of sympathy may be shared at www.curtisandsonfh.com for the Howell family. Curtis and Son Funeral Home directing. Saddened by the passing of a longtime friend, Mike Hawkeye Horton, this morning. Mike passed away a little earlier in the morning, and Curtis and Son Funeral Home will announce the funeral arrangements, and our condolences to Marcy and Mike's mom and his sisters. And I tell you, he was a good guy, and we're losing another soldier here on this earth, but our loss is heaven gains. Mike Horton passed away this morning. Curtis and Son Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Mr. Cecil Thomas passed away as well last night in Sylacauga. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, will announce the funeral arrangements. Homegoing celebration, remembering the life of Miss Martha B. Reynolds, age 82, of Talladega, is Friday at 11 o'clock from S.M. Goodson Funeral Home Chapel, with the Reverend Van Tony Welch officiating. Interment in the Lawler Cemetery. Public viewing for Ms. Reynolds will be today, 2 till 7, at the funeral home, S.M. Goodson Funeral Home directing. Homegoing celebration, remembering the life of Mr. Larry Jenkins, age 70, of Munford, is Friday at 1 o'clock from Kelly Springs Missionary Baptist Church, with the Reverend L.L. Jacobs officiating. Interment to follow the service at Kelly Springs Memorial Gardens, S.M. Goodson Funeral Home directing. Graveside service for Jimmy Owens, age 73, of Sylacauga, who passed away Friday, December 24th. Graveside service for Mr. Owens will be Monday, January 3rd at noon from Green Hill Memorial Gardens in Childersburg. I'll be officiating that service. In lieu of flowers, contributions to Jimmy's memory may be made to the St. Jude Children's Organization in Memphis, Tennessee. Fond memories and expressions of sympathy may be shared at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel directing. Graveside service for Lena Sweet Pea Fair is today at 1:30 from Liberty Christian Church in Harpersville. Burial in the Coosa Valley Baptist Church Cemetery in Vincent. Visitation is at the funeral home today from 8 until 11 a.m. Community Funeral Home Sylacauga in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for Mr. John Foster will be Monday, January 3rd at 11 a.m. from Community Funeral Home Chapel in Sylacauga. Burial in the Alabama National Cemetery in Montevallo. Visitation for Mr. Foster will be Sunday, January 2nd from 1 until 7 at the funeral home, Community Funeral Home directing. Celebration of life for Mr. Ephraim Stockdale, age 67, is 11 o'clock Saturday at Rocky Mount Missionary Baptist Church, with the Reverend J.F. McKinney delivering the eulogy. Entombment in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Seating will be limited and masking will be required. Visitation from 1 until 7 on Friday at the funeral home, Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Homegoing celebration for Mr. Billy Ray Smoot, age 70, is 2 o'clock Sunday, January 2nd at Terry's Mortuary Chapel, with the Reverend Isaac Richardson delivering the eulogy. Interment in the Africa Church Cemetery. Masking will be required. The service will be live streamed. Visitation for Mr. Smoot and his family will be 2 till 6 o'clock Saturday at the funeral home, Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. And Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary announcing the death of Mr. Joe S. White, age 67, who died December 29th. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary in Talladega will announce the funeral arrangements. This obituary report this morning, courtesy of Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.